I have a new keyboard to show you. It looks pretty nice, but it's kind of a mixed bag. It's from a new brand called Dawg, D-A-W-G. It sounds completely new because it relatively is, but it's actually a sub-brand of Zebronics. You may have heard of Zebronics. They've been around for a while now. I remember using their products all the way back in college, like near a decade ago. Damn, I'm old. But this keyboard is from their Gen Z savvy Dawg brand, which is like a gaming oriented company. Based on their website, their specialty seems to be in PC cases. And honestly, they do have some pretty nice case designs, but since I'm not really a PC builder just yet, I thought I'll focus on their accessories. They have a headphone, some desk mats, and I guess a keyboard. It's a full-size mechanical gaming keyboard with one unique design feature. You may have noticed that in the packaging they have given these two extra frames. Well, they are magnetic faceplates that you can kind of put on the keyboard. The black one comes pre-installed. You just pop it from the back like this, pause, and it comes out fairly easily. You can then swap it with another color, which just fits in place with magnets. I like this reddish pink color, but there's also that blue color, which looks cool. But that's about where the cool factor ends for me, because everything else about this keyboard seems fairly mediocre, especially at this expected price. At this price, I remember seeing a lot of great options from the likes of Aeon Gaming. Remember their Striker keyboard? It's amazing. I have to say that's quite a bit better in quality and typing feel compared to this one. And also Red Dragon makes some crazy value for money keyboards, like they have one with magnetic switches. So in comparison to those, this blue switch keyboard seems a little bit outdated. Yes, you heard me, this thing has blue switches, which is not my favorite. There's nothing wrong with blue switches, but I prefer red linear switches. Well, it doesn't have to be red, it just has to be linear. There are many linear switches of different colors. I'm not racist, I don't see color. But clicky switches have never really been for me. They are a bit too loud and require a little more force to press, which you can tell if you have been typing on linear switch keyboards a lot. There's a reason why linears are generally better for gaming, because their actuation is super easy. And also this thing's a full-size keyboard, as you may have noticed. I actually forgot how large full-size keyboards actually are, because I mostly used TKL and smaller form factors. Currently I use a 75% version, which in my opinion is the ideal form factor for everything, because this full size, it takes up too much space here on the right hand side. So it sort of reduces the available area to move your mouse. You know what I mean? This form is not great for a small desk setup. Once again, especially for gaming. I mean, I can't think of a reason why a modern keyboard should have a number pad. Feels pretty old school. If you know some reasons, let me know. But you know what I mean by mixed bag, right? It has some aspects of a modern design to it with this magnetic faceplate and all that, but others feel a bit outdated. And also these switches, while they are hot swappable, they don't seem to easily accommodate other switches. I mean, it appears similar to a Cherry MX style switch, like a Gateron switch for example. But I tried replacing these noisy blue Dawg switches with the Gateron red switches, which are linear, but they wouldn't really fit in that place for some reason. They just wouldn't fit in those switch sockets without bending their pins. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but honestly it shouldn't be an issue, because I've never had such a fitting issue with any other Cherry style hot swappable keyboard. Yes, even in this price. So that's what I'm saying, like there are better designed options in this price. So I know that Dawg is like a new company and all that, which is why I'm making this video. This is a good attempt, I suppose, but yeah, things could be better. Also, why isn't there a volume knob? Why is there this much space for just some LEDs? You see what I mean? So while all things considered, this is a pretty nice keyboard. There isn't anything special or particularly wow about this that makes me say, yes, it has some downsides, but it has one amazing thing for which you can buy this. No, it seems to be a fairly mediocre package. I mean, it doesn't have anything above the ordinary. It doesn't have some exceptional performance. There is no like gasket mount or something that's unusual in this price. And honestly, they have even messed up some basics like the stabilizers, for example. The switches are well lubed. Good job. But the stabilizers do rattle just a little bit, like they have that metallic sound. Maybe you heard that in the sound test earlier. That issue used to be common among budget keyboards like 5 years ago, when I first got my mechanical keyboard. But nowadays, that's disappearing. Pretty much every keyboard has solid fundamentals in this price, especially. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this is on par with the competition. Like, the only unique feature about this that I saw was the changing faceplate. But be honest, how often do you change the plate, right? There are just two colors to choose from out of the box. I just picked one of the two. I did that on the first day of unboxing and just kept it as it is. I'm not going to change it anymore. Probably you will do the same thing. So you will get over one of the most important factors of this on the first day. Again, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with this, like there is absolutely no issues with this keyboard. You can totally use it on a daily basis. It's just okay. And well, unfortunately in this price, you can get more than okay keyboards. I mean, I'm not trying to drag a new brand through the mud. I'm just saying that these are the realities of using this product. So hopefully you can make a better, more informed choice. I do have one suggestion though, like if the brand could somehow have a custom faceplate option, since these faceplates are magnetic and they can be swapped, maybe if the user has an option to upload a picture or some design which they can print and send the user, that'll make this keyboard one of one. I could have Rick Astley on here if I wanted to. That would be cool. Since this is kind of marketed towards a design-oriented Gen Z-ish audience, maybe they'll appreciate that. Maybe an option to have your name on there, something like that. But ultimately, it's about performance, usability, and all that. This thing delivers, but not anything exceptional. I mean, maybe their PC cases are much better. Maybe keyboards aren't their forte just yet. Maybe I tried a wrong segment of their product line. But hey, they make it, I test it. My job is to tell you the truth, and that's what it is. You can pick this up from me if you want. Again, there's nothing wrong with this. If you like full form factor blue switch keyboards, it's yours. I'll also link some of my recommendations in the comments, which you can get around the same price, and those will give you a better typing feel and performance in the same price.